Mainly, it was hiring my staff, trying to figure out who I wanted. With the group, a bunch of interviews that went on. Majority of it is tough because a lot of the good coaches are in other organizations, right? And so you're trying to figure out how to get them, and so luckily I got who I wanted for the most part. It's almost done. Maybe a couple more hires, but the bench coach is done. The hitting is done. Pitching group was important to keep, and so really happy with how it all turned out.
Which has been the toughest of the positions to fill?
Probably the hitting side. Yeah, that took a while to get right, and when you're asking for permission, that also is tough. But really lucky we got Brant Brown on board, and to me, the Dodgers are like the envy of most major league offenses, and him being able to develop our system not only at the major league level but the minor league level, it was going to be huge for us, and I'm excited for our guys to start working with him.
Obviously, each guy is different, but what was kind of the certain characteristic that you were looking in each of them to put together your team, and what type of profile you were looking to have in those guys to fit in your coaching staff?
Yeah, first I wanted a good person. You have to be high character. I bet on good people for the most part. The baseball stuff is second to me. Good people, then good baseball. And luckily, everybody that we hired has both, and both qualities. So, I definitely would not hire a really good baseball guy if they were a bad person. So that was important to me. Built-in relationships in some capacity were important. So whether it was I coached with them, played with them, or had a really good friend or former teammate that trusted in this particular coach was important to me as well.
Skip, you mentioned played with them. What role does John Jay play in that, and what can he be as an asset for your staff?
Former teammate, knows what winning looks like, World Series champion, knows what, I think a guy like John Jay has been coaching for the last 3 or 4 years of his career, honestly. He's that type of person, knew when to bring in the young guys, get them out early, whether it was the base running in the outfield or tuck hitting. John Jay was really important to me, Miami kid, lives, he said, 10 minutes away from the stadium, had built-in relationships with a lot of the players already. Good friend of mine. I know he knows what I'm about, and I think is a guy that's going to hold everyone accountable. And I think John Jay is a rising star as far on the coaching side, and I'm lucky that we got him first.